Good to have you with us on KCAL 9. It's controlled by Pau Gasol, and the Lakers have the basketball to begin the fourth as well. Now the turnovers cropped up. Radmanovich, great look. Gasol on the assist. That's the way it all starts tonight in Charlotte.
And I like to see it again. First possession, neither Kobe nor Lamar or Derek touched the ball. So other people getting involved early, and that's going to be critical.
Deep into the clock, Richardson. And Lamar came over. It's thrown away by Richardson. Good help defense of the rotation by Lamar. They didn't expect that. Kobe weaves it. Gasol's got it. Beautiful bounce entry by Kobe. Lakers lead it early 4-0.
Well, you're talking about setting it up for Powell.
Popped it away.
Let me ask you a question.
How many steps? Richardson blocked by Gasol.
Not only how many steps, but how did he miss that shot?
On the break, Pau Gasol from behind Okafor. Little shove, didn't make any difference, didn't bump him off balance. He's got 4 of the first 6.
And Powell really playing well, but still struggling with that cold that he's got. He said he's feeling a lot better, but when that cold saps you of your energy, late in games is where you feel it the most.
Muhammad on the little step back, and Nazir Muhammad with the size advantage against Lamar. That Fish with the takeaway. Kobe, there's a mismatch against Jeff McGinnis. Reverses it. They share it. And now Gasol against, you believe it, Jason Richardson on the rotation. 8-2 Lakers.
If they double team and you pass the ball, you're going to get some real mismatches on the weak side.
It's almost 2.5 minutes in. McGinnis caught in the air. It'll be Richardson, one of the better three-point shooters in the NBA, and Jason Richardson gets it.
Yeah, but they should attack Jason Richardson. Something's wrong with the left leg of JR.
He's 14th in the league beyond the arc, hitting 42.5% of his threes. So the Lakers still up by 3. Kobe sets it up. Lamar shares it. Gasol, great look. Pau's got a half dozen. 6 of the first 10 for the Lakers belong to Pau Gasol, and make it 8 of the first 10 actually.
And
okay, third in field goal percentage as well at 48%. Radmanovich thought he was going to get it. Richardson though on the little step back. That's a tough matchup.
Look at him.
He really hurt now. He landed awkwardly.
That's the same way he reacted after he made his last field goal. Behind the back pass. Some of the reasons why coaches don't like to see him.
Raymond Felt off the pick. And as well as the Lakers are shooting, 5 of 6. They only lead 10-9 now. So a 4-for-8 start for the Bobcats. Well, the Bobcats will play zone. Gasol starts the game 5 for 5. He's in double figures already, and the Lakers lead by 3.
And the Bobcats are going to have to come out of that zone because, first of all, it's not working. Sure, they're only down by 3, but the zone is not working. And Pau Gasol says, Stu, keep them in it.
They used the zone, Stu, last week on the West Coast trip as they were beat at Phoenix. Deep into the clock, Fish loses Nazir Muhammad. And Derek right on line. Tapped out. Lamar went after it. In a box out by Richardson. Now Fish has Gasol. The lob. Pau's got to go back. And it's blocked away for the call goaltending. In the cylinder area as he finger rolled it. So Pau Gasol now 6 for 6. He's got a dozen. And the Lakers are up by 4.
Good little lob by Derek. And after the catch, he takes it right back up. Goaltending easy.
Radmanovich shares it. They wanted to walk. It'll be Fish for 3. Real short. And right back out to Raymond Felt. Former Tar Heel out of North Carolina, the 23-year-old, his 3rd season. Off the pick.
One of the reasons they're going into the zone so much now, especially, is they're playing small. They got 3 guards on the floor. They've got Jason Richardson playing at the small forward position, matched up with Radmanovich.
Well, let's see if the Lakers can get the ball in the middle of the zone.
Well, after scores, they go to man.
Kobe, first shot, it looks good. 17-12 Lakers. So Kobe's got a couple of assists and now 3 points.
Anywhere on the floor that he wants anyhow, and then he can just take his time and elevate.
Okafor, and it was flat as Lamar tapped it around. It comes out to Fisher. Boy, Lamar doing the work down low, isn't he? Now Fish has a step and off the glass, gets him. 19-12.
You see the control. Derek came down to Florian. Real good job.
Inside, it's Jason. Making Raymond Felt real blocked out as he went inside with the trees. Raymond Felt makes it a 5-point game. Couldn't get a handle on it. So the Bobcats turn it over for a 3rd time early. They saw the hot hand. Let's see if they can find him. Kobe Opposite side, the dive, Lamar. An easy call. Lamar's got his first basket. All 5 on the board now. Lamar's second try, and all 5 starters have scored. In fact, when Andrew Bynum comes back, the Lakers are going to have 5 starters in double figures. Early on the entry. Now Fish against Dudley, and Derek Fisher aggressive as Lamar tried to save it. Fortunately, he's okay as he jumped out of bounds with it. Now McGinnis in the pull-up game. Jeff McGinnis. In his 11th year. Another North Carolina guy right here in Charlotte, a native, the 33-year-old.
Lakers have had opportunities to really separate themselves from this team, but errant pass here or there and some missed shots. And you look at the scoreboard and they're hanging around. They're only down by 5.
It's a game.
Well, Earl Boykin's in the game now, so you know the pace is going to pick up even higher because that young man makes you change ends.
Jason Richardson over Pau Gasol. Man, well, he may be gimpy, but he's hitting his shots, isn't he? Jason Richardson with a bucket has 7 early points. Lakers by only 3, 21-18. Kobe not available. That's where Gasol wanted to go. Instead, Lamar. And Lamar attacks with the dunk.
And if you're going to go to the rim, that's the way you do it. You don't miss as many of those as you do if you try to spin it in, and the English takes it on off the glass and off the rim as well.
One of the good guys in the game, Boykin, sets up Nazir Muhammad and Dudley inside position. So Jared Dudley off the bench, the rook out of Boston College. ACC Player of the Year last season. There's a hole. I mean, what a game. Both ends of the floor for Kobe Bryant. 33 and 20 of his 33 came in the second half. A set 3. They didn't come out. He'll take it.
You know, it's amazing when you have a player as talented as Kobe, how you could ever give him space. When he has the ball, you've got to close the distance, force him to go where you know you've got some help.
Lakers by 7, shooting 63%. The turnovers, though, that's the reason. 6 turnovers for the Lakers. Nazir Muhammad on the spin and the reverse. Good play with the big guy. Nazir Muhammad for the Spurs.
The hand that Lamar puts up as the receiving hand, not the inside hand.
Still time for a 2-for-1. Kobe up against Dudley. He'll go over the rookie. And another triple for Kobe. 30-22. Kobe's got 10 to go along with 3 assists.
Dudley looks over here at me as if to say, Stu, I closed the distance on him that time.
Back and separating the shot clock and the game clock. Boykins wanted the pick and roll inside. Dudley got caught in the air. It'll be Nazir Muhammad, challenged well by Pau Gasol. Sasha's got it. And on the push, Jordan Farmer. They should get a decent look, looking for Gasol, and he couldn't hang on. Boykins had deflected the ball a little bit.
That tells you how bad the pass must have been. Boykins.
In the second, Okafor reverses it, and Matt Carroll, that's his game, but he's short. Matt Roney's got the rebound.
He's too close. He ought to back up a few feet.
Matt Carroll, one of the great stories. 5th year out of Notre Dame. Got a contract, worked hard to get it, and Farmar on the finger roll high off the glass. Beats Felton, draws the foul, and he'll go for the 3-point play.
Jordan Farmar going with his strong hand and then high off the glass. Nice touch, the bump, the and one. So Jordan recognizing the seam, making it pay.
You know, Stu, as Jordan Farmar goes to the line yesterday, he had 8 points in the game in Miami. Did the game on ESPN Radio with Will Perdue, and we were talking about how good Farmar has accelerated in his second season, but is he settling for 3s now?
You can get back in there, but you can't camp out.
Turnover number 8 for the Lakers, shooting 61%. And Okafor with the slam. He wasn't going to miss that one.
That's how to go after the rim. I'll tell you that. He just put a facial on somebody and waste one. Just settle it down a little bit.
Now the high screen and roll. Sasha gets it inside to Roney real quickly, facing up and over Nazir Muhammad with a sweet stroke. He thought it was clipped. He looked back at Orlando's pool. Head the other way. 35-24, and Roney's on the board. And the second 12. Okafor looked back. In fact, it's going to be Felton. And Felton, as you can hear in the background, he didn't expect it. He thought Okafor was going up, but he'll take the 3.
And that's why when the shot's down that low defensively, everybody man up. He's going the other way.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 last year in block shots. Top 15 this year with almost 2 per game. That's where Andrew Bynum comes into play for the Lakers. Now Roney steps out, and boy, looks good on both his shots. So Roney Turioff with 4 early points as the Lakers get back in the transition. Still lead by double figures, 37-27, hitting at 53%. 37% right now for the Bobcats. Nazir Muhammad, man, got it over not only Roney, but the secondary defender. Benga came over.
Well, you want to make him obviously turn to his left shoulder.
Actually now 9th in the league in 3-point field goal percentage at 43%. Nice weapon for the Lakers as Muhammad on a little step back, soft touch displayed by the big guy.
Yeah, got separation by getting a little bit of contact with Roney. Then he fell away and kept it high over his head. Nice move.
Farmar pops up, quick catch and shoot. Now deep into the clock, good front by Lamar, forcing their hand on a step back by Felton and a real low percentage look, but it goes right to Okafor for the putback. Third chance. Now too many tries in the offensive end for the Bobcats. And
that one to Okafor, he did a good job. He was on the box and then got to the middle of the paint, almost at the dotted line to secure that rebound.
That's not been an issue for the Lakers. They had the edge in second chance points before that try. 39-33, Kobe in the pull-up game, and Kobe might want to shoot a little bit more. He hasn't missed yet. He's 4 of 4 with a dozen.
Wait. You don't have to suggest that he should a little bit more.
Please. Down. Dwayne Wade. That was one of the stories.
Nice little handoff by Powell, and Kobe elevates and splash. Then looks back at some of the fans who must have said, you can't make that one.
Kobe's got 14 so far. And there's Kobe on the backside. The slam. Pau Gasol on a beautiful bounce.
Again, if you're going to overplay Kobe on the catch, and the offensively, you can recognize that. That's a great play to run. Just a simple backdoor.
So 16 for Kobe. Just talked about. Needing 18. Nazir Muhammad.
18, 19.
It's Felton on the baseline. Raymond Felton, as they collapsed on Nazir Muhammad, brings it back to 7. And Derek Fisher drawing the contact. Spin team defense as Felton got inside. Man, did a good job. Gasol defending it. And Felton hit on the way down, almost under the cylinder.
Something about the finger roll. Everybody that shoots the finger roll today, or even back then, it was just an imitation of ice. Ice's finger roll. I mean, he could finger roll from the free throw line. He was unbelievable.
Kobe's got 18, and he is now 28th on the all-time scoring list with those 2 free throws. Radmanovic on the pick, the slam. Lakers have their biggest lead of the game at 13, 53-40. Pressure's starting to pay off, and especially with the group they've got on the floor.
To get the ball, but the pressure paid off as Radmanovic with the anticipation and the easy one. And good anticipation by Radmanovic. When you know the pass is being released, get on your horse then. Tips it free, runs it down, gets an easy deuce. Knowing him, yeah, he could do it tonight, the way he's been able to score.
They go over the top, which was the ultimate. They kill the Lakers on the slam.
That was the worst pressure defense out of that timeout. Sure, I just told him not to let him throw it past midcourt, and you're going to be in great shape.
Now Gasol looking for help.
He doesn't need help.
It'll be Ronny Turiaf. And
turned his ankle.
Came down bad. Grabbed his left ankle. Dudley on the break. An easy play for Radmanovic. Got to get it off. He will in time. Just short for Kobe. He thought he had it. Well, now how's Ronny, though?
Yeah, he's gimping to the line, but I think he'll be able to walk it off. Ronny, as we all know, is one tough customer.
Yeah, big motor, big heart. Halftime score, Lakers by 11, 55-44 over the Bobcats. Time now for the Jack in the Box halftime report. The opening minute of the second half. He got 1 of 2. And Pau Gasol.
Just the way he started, Dean.
He is now 7 of 8. He's got 18 points like Kobe. Still on top. Well, now it's even at 21 apiece.
Well, you give a team this many opportunities, they're going to bite you.
And got him with another second chance bucket there.
That was the 3rd opportunity on that trip down, and Nazir Muhammad made it pay.
Right tonight. They're now 17 of 18. They'll take it. And they lead by 13. Biggest lead of the game for the Lakers. Out top, Jeff McGinnis. And it's down to 11. Good ball movement that time as they dropped it inside, got it back outside.
Knuckleball brick.
Kobe wanted to go to Powell. Plenty of time on the shot clock. As Kobe, they didn't come out on the corner. And real long as Powell get it from Lamar. So just like that, the Lakers get an easy one inside on Kobe's miss, and that's only his 3rd miss of the game.
You see that rebound by Lamar. He's standing flat-footed.
Powell leads the Lakers with 23. Okafor over to his left hand.
Nice shot.
Drop step. Pretty play. Emeka Okafor. The question coming out of college whether he's going to be able to stay healthy or not. It was the back. Well, it hasn't been an issue for him. Now the Lakers defense has been there since the beginning. It'll be Okafor. Jared Dudley wasn't ready. He'll get the foul though. And it's on Kobe from behind.
But sometimes you don't know how the officials see things, so it doesn't hurt to volunteer.
So out of Horizon High School in San Diego, guy who won back-to-back California Division IV state titles. Jared Dudley gets the first of two.
We must have watched a lot of Derek Fisher's free throw, because that thing was high, bringing some rain.
It's an 11-point lead. As we head over to John Harlan, it's down to 10. John?
Joel, you mentioned that Jared Dudley's from San Diego. When his team, Boston College, played in the Wooden Classic a few years ago, a game you and I both did, it was the most well-represented fan support for one player I think I've ever seen. His whole family plus about 50 went as Kobe misses a layup. But the one thing, Joel, Jared loves California, still talks about it all the time. He's just not a Californian anymore. 4 years in Boston, and then now his career in Charlotte for a couple of seasons has turned him into an Easterner, guys.
Jared Dudley, the young man from San Diego. So the Lakers have kept the space there so far. Now is there going to be a run for the Bobcats? McGinnis, their 15-footer. It's down to 8. That's the closest they've been in some time.
Doing the things that he did, and he has to lower his standards just a bit.
They have 10 in the first half. Only one so far. That one in the second half. Jared Dudley, the rookie out of Boston College from San Diego against Lamar. And a little step through. Nice move by Jared Dudley.
Yeah, kind of surprised Lamar a little bit. Did a good job of anchoring his pivot foot.
65-57. Bobcats back within 8. Radmanovich, quick catch and shoot. Vlade's got the triple.
And that's, and I haven't had a shot in a while.
Seven
he caught
points.
that when Matt Carroll was right on him. He said, no, I've been out here too long without an attempt.
And I haven't had any touches either, for that matter. Now, Vlade's got 7. Down to 10 of the shot clock, and Kobe lost McGinnis.
Turned his head.
Yeah, lost him completely. Dallas on the road after losing. Tied at 66 apiece. Kobe off the window. Lamar kept it alive, and it'll go over to Okafor. So it's down to 68 to 59. Felt set it up with the dribble. Inside of 4 to play. So that is the shortest lead the Lakers have had in the second half. 7 points.
That's a decade or so where defensively guys are just caught up in screens. And that time it was, again, Derek Fisher.
Kobe. An answer for the Lakers. So Kobe's up to 22. He's only taken 11 shots.
He's felt the edge that he needs.
Matt Carroll. Beautiful handoff. Sets it up for the easy one on the dribble penetration from Emeka Okafor. There have not been that many breakdowns for the Lakers like that defensively on dribble penetration. First, Discount Tire Center's proud sponsor of the Lakers. 1 of 2 for Radmanovich. The Lakers 21 of 26, 81% of the stripe. And the Lakers lead it by 8, 71-63. Finals for you. How do they close out the third? Earl Boykins replacing Jeff McGinnis, so it's almost like they've got 2 points in there now with Felton still on the floor, but he can shoot, and he's going to over Gasol.
Well, he's on a career night tonight.
Yep, he's up to 23 points on 8 of 15 from the field.
The bleeding, but they think they've got it under control now, and Powell's going to take a rest probably for the rest of this quarter, Joel.
Maroni Turiaf, John, has taken over for Powell. Thank you for that update. Boykins into the game. It's set up for Dudley, and Jared Dudley, who averages 4 a game, now has 8, and he is yet to miss with 4 boards. 3 of 3 from the field and a couple of free throws.
Well, he's got a task now on the other end, though, because the Lakers are small. That puts him on Kobe Bryant.
Kobe over Dudley. And Kobe's looking at the contact, didn't get it. He'll take the bucket, though. He's got 24 like Gasol as the Lakers are back up by 8, 75-67. Well, it looked great if the Lakers could get to Minneapolis at 6-2, but again, dribble penetration. This time, Raymond Felton. And Felton close to his career best already with that much time left in the game.
On that high screen and roll, the Lakers will have to decide what they want to do with shutting him down as far as letting him either split or turn the corner.
The handoff, Jordan Farmar made it look easy. Maroni Turiaf on the assist. Good to see the second unit moving the ball real quickly. Basket of the game. He's now 0 for 3 off the miss. It's deflected away and almost went in off the fingertips of Jordan Farmar. Would that have been strange?
We've seen some strange ones lately, but that one, yes, would have been in that category.
So the final 5 seconds. Dudley on an island as Kobe tried to get by him. Leaves it off. Roney will get it off in time. Tried to go down. It'll pop out. So the Lakers up by 11 at the half. It's 8 after 3.
Well, the key is to be up at the
second unit out there with Kobe.
Well, sometimes you gamble on a situation like that. You only protect a certain number in the expansion draft, and maybe they felt that he wouldn't be selected.
I like that. That's a good call out of the timeout. Forward line by Carroll. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Boykins sees a path and the teardrop too strong. Make it Nazir Muhammad there to clean it up.
That wasn't Roney's fault because he jumped to try to block the shot. Nobody boxed out on Nazir Muhammad.
Boykins gambled. Farmar didn't have a path though as Nazir Muhammad took away the paint. Shaded over to that side. Inside of 10 on the shot clock for the Lakers, and there's the post-up game. Now I've got to make a decision. 5 on the shot clock. It'll be Sasha. Great look. This one goes. Sasha's got the triple. Sasha coming off 13 yesterday, so up to 5 for Sasha. That's about 17 over the 500 mark. That would be the Lakers' record with a win tonight. Felton, what a protector that time.
What a shot.
Man, Roney did everything he could. Raymond Felton up to 27. That was a circus play.
He's a line as well.
Roney on the pick and roll, gets it back, going strong, and Roney rams her home. Lakers back up big by 13. Pick and roll to perfection.
Well, Luke, you couldn't have run it any better. And Roney says, I know that's true because he gave you the pass. I'm the one that finished it. Bounce pass, weakest part of a defense, right between the middle. And Roney hammers one to blow the whistle.
So the foul on Farmar deflected and almost took it away for the big guy. It's Carroll in the corner. That's his game. So Sasha tried to recover. So he talks it over with the head coach during play. Intelligent play by the Lakers postman, Roney Turia.
See, now that was a weak screen by Nazir Muhammad.
Richardson, back-to-back triples. New game, 6-0 run. 7-point lead for the Lakers. So Richardson back out there with 4 fouls. He's only got 10 points.
Yeah, but he's not been healthy all night long.
Roney finds Kobe. And now contested one. Makes no difference on the triple. 89-79. He's got him buzzing here. 27 for Kobe.
You know how hard that shot is to make. I mean, he doesn't dribble it, has no momentum, and he's got a defender right on him, and he just elevates straight up.
Well, after he had 10 of 15, as Nazir Muhammad gets the foul line 15-footer, has got the board.
Only an 8-point game here.
Yep, that's dangerous. Felton caught in the paint, had to get it out.
See, they didn't recognize Dudley has Jordan Farmar on him. You got to take advantage of certain situations. Now they're able to switch back.
It'll be Felton. Shot clock all the way down, and he's on his way up. So Felton, keen a 10-3 run for the Bobcats, and he's only 2 off his career best with 29 points. 89-83. Lakers by a half dozen. Kobe had it taken away by Matt Carroll. On the break, Carroll creates the contact, slings it home, and has a 3-point try.
And just like that, it's going to be a 3-point game. Free throw coming with the Lakers leading by 4, and there's still 7 minutes to go. And change as Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher about to check back in. Good job by Matt Carroll. Jump into the defender, create the contact. Wait till you get the contact before you release the ball. 3-point opportunity as Raymond Felton trying to be the conductor here, getting the crowd involved.
Walton down on the baseline, and Matt Carroll real good at that box spot, the free throw line. So it's a 13-3 run over the last 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Lamar Odom. There's a run off Gasol, the handoff. Farmar pestered by Felton and over with a triple. Clutch shot by Farmar, 92-86. He's in double figures with 10.
That was a pretty nice-looking shot by Jordan. Felton thought he had him covered, but that's what happens when you think, I guess.
Luke battling through the pick. Richardson trying to create contact. It'll be Nazim Muhammad. He's always been a good face-up shooter from about 15, 16. And he gets it there. Down to 4. 88. His Fish is now 1 for 7. Final 5.5. The 3. It'll be Luke Walton taking the miss from Raymond Felton. He's missed his last couple. Now look at the mismatch. Lamar clear path, and Lamar scoops it home. Lakers by a half dozen as LO attacks.
A good patience that time, and the Lakers read the defense. Lamar did a good job of attacking, and that puts the Lakers up by 6 with 5:21 left to go in what is going to be a close one.
A roller coaster ride this year for Matt Carroll. He'll take him the handoff up against Luke Walton. The entry, Muhammad. Gasol defended it, didn't get it. It was Muhammad, soft touch. It is down to 4, 94-90. Down to the baseline, Muhammad's waiting there. Little step through. Now, shot clock deep. Sets it up, Fish. No, not his night. And it's back tapped out against the smaller guy. Smart play, Pau Gasol. Big time. So the Lakers by 4. Kobe beats his man, and a little mid. He looked for contact, didn't get it actually. As they slid away, Kobe though up to 29 on 9 of 15.
Almost like it slipped out of his hands, and Luke could get credit for the steal.
3rd steal of the game for Luke. Lamar sets it up. Luke deserves the points off the turnover. He created the contact with the ball. 98-90. Lamar on the assist. Luke Walton's first basket of the game.
See what they run coming out of the timeout.
Felton up against Fish.
You know it's going to be a high screen somewhere.
Here comes Muhammad. They play it well on that side, but goes over to Dudley for 3. Look out. Jared Dudley.
Well, he stroked that one like he's been knocking threes down all game long.
This kid's got 11 off the bench with 7 boards, averaging 4 and 3 a contest. Luke wanted to go to Kobe.
Nobody's guarding Kobe. Now they finally get him.
He goes over to Lamar. Breakdown. Lamar on the dunk. Kobe found LO.
Well, Jeff McGinnis got his right shoulder injured on that play. They're looking like they're going to have to take a timeout. No, he's going to try to play through it.
Now the double on Richardson. And it's going to be a foul on Kobe. That's the last foul for the Lakers. So 2:17 to play. It'll come into the side. Lakers out of fouls. Bobcats still with the foul to give. And he missed both. Gasol lost it, though. Dudley tapped it away. Lamar deflects it out to Kobe.
Oh, what a miss by Lamar.
Big-time play.
The Lakers dodged a major bullet.
Now, clock management with the Lakers up by 7. It's a 3-possession game. Kobe with Richardson on his back. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. The fall away. Too strong. Gasol up against Carroll. Lamar after it. Lamar took it away, but he couldn't throw it off Carroll. That's what he was trying to do. Fouled on the break. And Fish, will he take the charge? No, it's a block.
He didn't shoot it, but he was inside the restricted area.
And well, initially he said it was a block, and now they call it a charge.
He called it a charge, and Derek's heels were on the line. Ooh, that's I think a break for the Lakers there.
It looked like he was sliding over, trying to still get into position. On the turnover, use the clock again. Fish, though, going to the cup and drawing the contact. Felton's got the foul. Lakers get free throws with 1:36 to play. There was still 14 left in the shot clock. Back up by 8. 101-93.
But they put themselves in this position when they shouldn't. That's the key.
Well, they didn't pull away like they should have.
One of the things we talked about in the views was developing that killer instinct, and they're not developing it quick enough.
It'll be Dudley. Long, and Walton's got it, and that should do it.
Well,
Lakers
clock management now, yeah.
Well, it's kind of surprising.
They're using clock.
Yeah, it's that they're not trying to go up quickly with their offense. Little step back by McGinnis. He'll get it. 104-95.
Put it in the hands of your center. Make sure you have smaller players moving.
Well, Kobe's got to get across. That's great court awareness. Gasol from Lamar. Led him perfectly. That'll seal the deal. Lakers by 11, and the Lakers 17 games over the 500 mark. But what about Kobe looking back at the clock on getting it across the line?
And that's what the smart players do. They always are aware. They peek at the clock every once in a while, and he was there to peek at it and made the play.
It'll be Nazir Muhammad fouled from behind by Kobe.
Recipient of that heads-up play because they pass it up, and then Lamar just throws it up, and Powell throws it down. It's the way to attack pressure. You've got a transition game if you get it past midcourt.
106-97.
That'll help your team win.
So the Lakers, 17 games over the 500 mark. You would have said, how about 6-2 up the first day of the road trip before it started? You go, okay, take it. And the Lakers will.
I'm surprised you're not harping on 8-0 right now.
Well, Kobe did. Brought it up in the Miami Herald this morning after yesterday's game. Kobe, and I love his attitude. He says, hey, should be 7-0 after the game in Miami yesterday. By the way, required reading of the Miami Herald. Israel Gutierrez wrote a column about Kobe. And if you want to see a good one, somebody who sees that, what we see, the passion and the perspective that Kobe has for the game, read it. This morning's Miami Herald. Boy, another visual one for Kobe.
Well, the Lakers get what they came here to get, and that's the victory against the Bobcats. And now, as you mentioned, run their record 6-2 on this road trip as we go over to John Ireland. John?
Thanks. I'm with Pau Gasol. First of all, how's your finger? We saw it was one of those weird cuts that they couldn't get to stop bleeding, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of bugging me for a little bit because it kept bleeding, and I was out there, so I just wanted it to stop. But now it's better. We got it to stop. It was good.
26 points. You just keep on rolling. Are you surprised by how quickly you've adjusted to coming to the Lakers? I know you knew you would adjust, but you've been able to do it almost seamlessly.
Yeah, I guess a little bit, but my teammates helped me out a lot through it, and that's why part of the success that we've been having, and our coaching staff also doing a good job helping me out, and also the training staff with my back and everything else. So everything has been good, and hopefully we'll keep it going.
One thing, when you came here, we knew you had a sore back. You had sat out the previous 3 or 4 games with Memphis. Now you've been asked to play a lot of games and a lot of minutes. We got another one Wednesday. How are you holding up physically?
Good, pretty good. I mean, some days I feel a little better, some days I feel a little worse. But the days that I feel good, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to me out there. So hopefully on Wednesday get another nice win and go back home, get a few days of rest, and be ready for the second part of the year.
You got 1 game left, but you guys are 6-2 on this road trip. You ever been part of a 6-2 road trip since you've been in this league?
No, I've never been part of such a long road trip as we are in right now. So, we're going 1 game at a time. We're trying to win as many games as we can, and just keep the tone up.
I promise you'll get to play in Los Angeles eventually. Okay.
Someday, hopefully.
Thanks for stopping.
Thank you, guys.
That's Pau Gasol. Back to you.
That's great, John. Yeah, he'll get there February 19th. What a reception he gets to it.